Hello everybody and welcome back. In this video we're going to be focusing towards kind of modifying our ChatTile function so that it takes the information provided to it from the list view builder function to actually build the appropriate tiles so that they display the appropriate data for the chats that the user is a part of. So with that said, let's get into it and let's see what we're going to be doing. So to my ChatTile function, what I'm going to say is that our function is now going to take a chat as its input. So the chat parameter will be given to the ChatTile. And then what we'll do is that we'll go to the top and we'll say where our ChatTile function is being called is that we're going to pass to it our chats list and then the specific index for which the builder is building this tile, and do Alt+F command save. So with this, nothing's going to change, but now we have access to our chat inside of our ChatTile function. So the first thing that we need to do is that we need to do some you could say data extraction and put some data in some specific variable so we could use it later on. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to say that I'm going to create a list of chat users. So list of chat users, and with this we come into our first issue that we need to import chat users. So I'm going to go to the top where I'm importing my models, and I'm going to import /models and then chat user. With this I'll come down and I'll now go back to my chats list to where I was creating my list of chat user, and I'm going to say that it's going to be called recipients, and I'll set that equal to our _chat.recipients and do command save. With this, what I'm going to do is that I'll also create a Boolean value of whether it's active or not. So I'm going to do is active, and I'll set that equal to _recipients.any. And then what I'm going to do is that I'm going to take in the document any, and I'm going to say that _d was recently active. So what we're just trying to do is that we're going to go over the recipients list, so all of the chat users that are part of the chat except for our current user, and we're going to see if any of them was recently active, and if they were, then we'll set is active to true, else we won't, and is active would be false. And finally what I'm going to do is that I'll set this string for our subtitle text, and I'll set that equal to an empty string. And then what I'll do is that I'll add an if statement. So I'm going to say if our chat dot messages dot is not empty, because remember a chat might have no messages once it's created, so we don't want to say show some dummy data or show null in our UI. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to make sure that our chat.messages is not empty. And if it isn't empty, then what we'll do is that I'll take our subtitle text and we'll set that equal to something. So what I'll do is that I'll say that if the chat.messages.first.type is not equal to, and then we need to take message type. So I need to import my message model as well. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to say import /models and then chat message and come down, and I'm going to say that if our chat.message, the first message that we have, its type is not equal to message type dot, and then I'm going to say text. So if it's not a text, then what I'm going to do is that I'll add a ternary statement, and I'm going to say that our subtext title is going to say media attachment, because we don't want to show the URL of the media here. We just want to say, oh, somebody sent a media attachment. And if that is not the case, then what we're going to do is that we'll take our subtitle text and we'll set it to be our chat messages first.content. And with this, we're pretty much done, and do command save. So now that we have all of our data kind of extracted and put in the right place, we can now actually give that data to our custom list view tile with activity. So the device height will remain the same, but what we have to do is that we need to change the title. So the title now is going to be the chat.title. So that's the function that we created on our chat model. With this, the subtitle is going to be the subtitle text that we had just created. Then with this, the image path is going to be our chat.image URL. And with this, is active is going to be now _is active, and is activity is going to be _chat.activity. And with this, we'll leave the onTap function as empty for now and do Alt+F command save. And as soon as I do this, you're going to see that our chats get updated. And now we're seeing that we're having a conversation with Hussein, and we're having a conversation with in a group with Hussein and Margot. And if I go back to, for example, Firebase, and I kind of deminimize it, and I'm going to kind of reduce the size of the window, and I'm going to show you the power of provider now. So as we know, we're listening to a stream. That means that we can react to different data changes, and provider can let our chats page know, or our chats provider can let our chats page know that when data changes that it needs to notify listeners. Remember, we are listening to a stream, and at the end of the stream, we actually call our notify listeners function. So if now I go here to my chats and I, for example, go and change the isActivity to be a false thing, you're going to see here that now it's going to change update. And as you can see, it changed here. So now it's just showing us the last message. Now, if I go to the other chat and I kind of make the isActivity be true, you're going to see that now it's showing a typing indicator here instead of that. And that's the power of having provider. And now I'm going to update that to false because that's how it is. So with that, I'm going to just re-expand the window, go back to my development window, and that's pretty much all we had to do. So with that, I'm going to end this video here, and I'll see you guys in the next video where we'll begin the process of now we're actually working with a users page. So if you've liked the course thus far, and I know it's been quite a long time since you've been following along in the course, please don't forget to maybe update your review, join the Discord community if you'd like to do that, ask questions on the Udemy Q&A, or if you want to join the Discord, ask questions there, feel free to do that as well. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks again.